Hey, what's up guys? Douglas from Dougsterbob.com here, and I know a lot of you are getting bikes for Christmas. Whether it's getting a bike for your first time or getting back into the sport, BMX is going to be a lot funner if you start progressing and if you start learning tricks. Now, in the 13 years that I've been riding, I've had a lot of dead points, I'd call it, where I was trying, but I wasn't actually progressing. And a lot of those points happened early on before I kind of overcame a little a hill of progression. And I want to share with you what I started doing to help me progress faster and ultimately get to the level of riding that I'm at right now. Here's all you need to make this work. You need to have a trick that you're working on that you can't quite land. You need a phone or a camera, something to film yourself with. And a tripod is a pretty nice little bonus feature. If you have a tripod, that way you can move it around and make sure you're getting the right angles. If not, you can make it work without a tripod, but the tripod's going to make your life a lot easier. And that's it. That's all you need. So let me tell you what that one thing is. Let's get right into the video.
Teach you everything that you need to know.
Take you to the next level.
My name's Nick,
And I'm Douglas.
and we're presenting to you Bike School.
Okay, are you ready? You're ready. Here's the secret sauce, okay? It's filming yourself. Now, it sounds so simple, but it's a little bit profound because I'm sure everyone's familiar with filming yourself, right? You're filming yourself trying a trick or a trick you landed so that you can post it on Instagram. You can tag Colt and you can say, hey, sponsor me. And that's great. That's great. But what we want to be filming is we want to be filming tricks we can't land yet. You're thinking, well, nobody cares if I haven't landed the trick. And you know, you might be right, but you should care. And you should care immensely about filming yourself trying this trick, especially if you can't land it, because this is the only way you're going to be able to analyze it, break it down, and figure out what you're doing wrong. Now, it's really nice if you're able to send it to somebody who knows what they're doing and they can kind of look at it and give you some feedback on it. But without that, just filming yourself and watching it is going to help you out a lot. Now, there's one more thing you need that I didn't mention, and you need a video of somebody landing it. So if you have a friend who's landed it before and you take a video of him, that's going to be your reference video. You just need to find somebody who can land the trick and does the trick in the same direction as you. Okay, so we're here on the Bike School page. This is our Bike School page, and actually we're doing a Black Friday sale. You can save 20% if you use this code on your annual subscription. So the link's in the description. We're going to run this until Monday. So if you do want to become a member, go down here, scroll down on the page. You want to go yearly and you want to enroll now and then enter that code. Okay. Bike Black Friday. Bike Black Friday is the code. You can save 20% on your annual. It takes off about 50 bucks. So that's a good amount of money. It's going to put you in bike school for a year. And that gives you plenty of time to get feedback from us, try tricks, watch our in-depth how-to videos, and ask for advice from Nick or I. So you're going to see a lot of progression in that year. But anyway, so this is for our members. If you guys are a member, what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down, and in the course, okay, these are all the in-depth videos. I'm going to be doing 360, and I just want to analyze the 360. So let's go to Bunny Hop 360, and here we go. So here's the in-depth video for Bunny Hop 360. But down here for our members, we have slow motion tricks that are actually downloadable. And so let's see which one. I like this angle. This is the angle I got last night of my attempts. And this is pretty good. So we're going to download this one and we're going to throw this up on the screen, and then we're going to compare the two. And we're going to try and figure out what I'm doing wrong. So this is exactly what you're going to do. If you're a member, you're going to go into the course, you're going to download the slow motion video for the trick that you're attempting. You're going to film yourself attempting that trick, and then you're going to start here, okay? We're going to compare them side by side. If you're not a member, just film one of your friends who can land it, or find one maybe on YouTube and you'll have to screen record it and clip it. That's a lot of work, but you just find one that's the same direction that you're going and is the trick that you're trying. Okay. So boom, cool. Now we've got that. Oh, this is good. Okay. Let me throw it up on the screen again. So on the left is Douglas attempting 360s. So you'll see here, the fact that I actually was able to get it around is hilarious. Because I'm doing a lot of things wrong, and I'm doing these things wrong on purpose, just to try and not land it and to show you what you guys are going to be doing. Okay. So boom, you went out, you recorded this right here. And this is your attempts, okay? So now you're watching it, you're like, oh man, I'm so close to landing that 360. Ah, so close. Okay, now you went into bike school and you downloaded the slow motion version. And you're like, hey, okay, now let's watch the slow motion one. Oh, okay. A lot different, right? There's a big difference here. And that's how I got that full rotation. Big difference between the two. And so now what we want to do is I like to just start side by side and let's just kind of compare. Okay, so I'm going to stop it right before I pop the 3. Okay, so what we saw here is I rolled at it, I turned my wheel, and I initiated the 360. That's pretty good. Okay, turn the wheel, initiate the 360, solid. Now what do we do here? We're going to go, our wheel's turning, look at that, turn, and we're initiating. Okay, so it looks pretty similar. I don't see too many differences yet. One difference though, the only difference right here is the amount of compression. So I'm not super compressed for this 360. I'm only compressed a little bit. And what I mean by compression is like what we teach everyone in like when they're doing tricks or jumping, you need to compress before you do that trick, because when you fire off that explosive power from your muscles, that's what gives you the explosive power to land the trick. So I'm not very compressed in this video. And in this one, I'm way compressed. Like look how low my chest is. That is a lot of compression. And then that allows me to pop off. Okay. So now let's watch the next stage of the trick. Okay. So we got the compression, we got the carve, not much compression. So I would note that in my head. I'd say, okay, next time I go out, maybe I'm going to try and compress a little bit more like this instead of like this. That's not quite, it's close, but anyway, okay, that's minuscule. Now here we go. We're initialing. We're doing the pop, and so compress, pop. Okay, looks good. And we're starting to do a 360. That's solid. Now here we're going to notice a big difference. Look at my head. I am cranked. My head is cranked all the way around, and I'm looking very hard to the left, very hard to the left. On this one, my head is pretty much, it does turn a little bit, but like right here, I'm looking the wrong direction. I'm looking to my right now because my bike's rotated past my head. Whereas on this video, my head turns the whole way. Kind of cuts out, but look at how far my head's turning compared to that other one. And okay, look, whoa, look, my shoelace is untied. That is crazy. Anyway, head's way more turned. So okay, that's another difference that I'm going to mentally note. I'm going to say, okay, now when I go out, I'm going to turn my head more like this. I want my head to be looking like this instead of like this. So boom. And if you wouldn't have watched this back and you wouldn't have compared it, you would have never known. Okay. And we get about a little teeny tiny past 180, not very much. Now here, look at this. So let's play that last part out. So pop and spin. Look at my legs. Pop and spin. My legs. What do you think's wrong with my legs? They're still straight. So now you could assume if right here I sucked my knees up, that would get my wheels up a little bit higher off the ground and allow me some more time to finish out that rotation. But since they were straight, my wheels hit the ground only at 180. Now there's a handful of problems there, but sucking up my knees, that was a big difference too. I did not suck up my knees in this video, but in this video, as soon as I pop from there, my head's cranked around, I get that rotation, my knees suck up right away at 180 and finish it out. And that is a big thing to note because that does not happen here. And so that's another thing I can say. I'll say, hey, all right, I'm going to compress more. I'm going to turn my head when I pop. So the compress is going to give me more pop. My head's going to give me more spin, and sucking up my knees is going to give me more time to finish out that rotation. So I don't have that sloppy drag fakey thing. I don't know. It's like a tire tap with both tires. It's really, I don't know how I did that. And I probably couldn't have even done it if I tried, but okay. So big differences here, right? Big differences. Now, what you're going to notice, if I wouldn't have had these two videos to compare, I could just keep doing the same thing over and over. And over and over and over and over and over. Okay, I would just keep trying it and I wouldn't be able to get any better. So I promise you, promise, if you do this, film yourself doing some attempts and compare it to somebody landing one, go break it down. The first part of the trick, the middle part of the trick, and the end part of the trick, and spot the differences. This is going to help you out so much, because then after you spot those differences, write it down somewhere, put it in your notes in your phone, and go out and ride and make sure that you are doing the things that you observed in the landed video so that you can start to land the trick. So observe it and start to do those things, and it's going to help you progress like crazy. Third thing with bike school that makes it super valuable is that I'm able to post attempts, you're able to post attempts in the Facebook group and get feedback from me and Nick. So imagine instead of me on the screen, that's you on the screen, and you can post that and you say, I'm trying 360s, but what's going wrong? And then I can look at it and I can just like straight up, I'll be able to say, hey man, compress more, turn your head and suck your knees up and work on those 3 things. Just that feedback alone is going to give you something to work towards next time you go out and ride. So I want to send Nick my attempts, and I'm going to ask him to send me a video back explaining what I'm doing wrong. We're going to throw that up at the end. You guys want to watch that? You want to see Nick's take on it? Is he right? Because I know what I did wrong on purpose. Is Nick going to catch on? We're going to find out. He's really good at coaching people, so I'm sure he's going to get it. Now, if you're already in bike school, don't forget you can download those videos and compare them to your attempts. If you're not in bike school yet and you're on the fence, leave any comments you have so I can address them for you. But you can save a good amount of money up until Monday. This promotion's going to end on Monday. It's our Black Friday sale. And if you want to get in, you want to try it out for a year, you want to save some money, I urge you to do that because I've seen nothing but progression from our bike school members. So check that out and let's see what Nick has to say.
What's up, Doug? Let's talk about the 360. First off, pretty impressive that you did a little slider thing. I don't know if that was intentional, but pretty impressed. But first off, I've seen you bunny hop, and I know that you have good hops. So you need to compress down as if you were doing just a regular bunny hop where you're trying to maximize that height. Like, you need to compress aggressive before you initiate that spin, because otherwise you're losing almost all of your height. Like, I don't even think your back wheel is really coming off the ground that much right now. And if you compress and you start that spin, then once you're at 180 and you bend your legs up, you're gonna allow yourself to rotate the rest of the way around, but also your head is not staying turned. I can see that as soon as you pop, you're getting to 180 and you're looking backwards to try to see where your back wheel is going to land. Part of this is because you don't think you're actually going to make it around all the way, so you're trying to put your back wheel in a position. You need to trust it. You need to hop, start spinning, lift those legs and arms up into you, and keep your head looking. You don't want to see your landing that way. You want to see it this way. Keep the head turned all the way around until you see the landing. But if you work on those things, then I think you'll have it pretty soon. I know you can do it. And slider was dope. All right. See ya.